Your presence here was not an outcome I anticipated all these years ago. It was only a mistake. But I can erase that mistake. Please, reconsider. You don't have to activate that. Your deaths are further evidence. This research and its byproducts are too dangerous for this world. I'll handle this myself. Just let it take you. Your continued efforts only place humanity in greater danger.
No more ammo!
Accept your demise. I am surprised. I had been prepared for more resistance. This will be over soon. I truly appreciate sight.
Pretty sure I'll do that next.
Amazing! Thank you so much!
Allowing me to keep this. I cannot sit best laid plans. Their death was
My God,
necessary.
Freeman, I suck with the fucking. I suck with dealers. I think
Time takes all we love away from us.
It's been a while since I used dealers like that. Okay, guys. So you might be wondering, what's up with this build, huh? Well, let me go to the customization screen and explain what's up. See you guys there. So, you might be wondering, what is this build? Well, this is a viewer build made by Eric Caskey. I'm just going to call him Eric for the rest of the video, but Eric has given me this Annette build that I actually have come across before. It's similar to that, but it's something I wanted to do. And for a while it was in the planning phase, but ultimately I decided to scrap it just because I couldn't see, well, actually I didn't scrap it, I just forgot about it. But Eric's rendition of it is actually pretty decent. There is one thing I would change, but it's a small, well, it is a big thing because of the cost, but it's something I would 100% change if I were Eric, and probably encourage, because I feel like discount would make the build a whole lot better. But basically, we're going to collapse the economy, not as Daniel this time, and we are using dealers, but we're gonna do it as Annette. So let's jump in, fellas. First skill we got is Fury. So basically, pretty good skill. Everyone should use it. Beastmaster is a good alternative, but that's not the alternative for this build. So we're just going to use Fury. And then for our second skill we're going to use is Viact. How Viact works is basically when a creature has a buff, just one buff, and the Viact kicks in. Although you want all the buffs on the creatures, you basically want to make it to where you want to make it your mission to get energy leech on a dealer, regen, and then go ham from there. So what Viac does is when you put a buff on a creature, they don't pretend to be dead. They should never pretend to be dead, but you know, yeah, there it is. They get up super quick. They get up pretty quickly, and they're impossible to knock down as they're getting up until they're fully mobile. So basically, think of it as mini endurance. The only way you can't like infinitely stun lock a creature on the ground, which is why I love VX so much, because you know it's basically the best part of endurance. Daniel being able to not be infinitely knocked back on the ground. So, you know, basically once they get mobile, that's when they could start getting knocked back like normal. The only way you can keep a creature down is just straight up killing them using a grenade. Make sure they're in the center of the explosion. If they're like outside of the radius, it's not going to do anything. Flashbangs and a Kashima. That's it. That's the only way you can really keep them down. And that's why I love the act. And then for our so actually before we go on the third skill, I want to explain further. When they're on the ground, they have basically mini endurance. One of the things I noticed, and this is why the build interests me to the point where I'm making a video on it, the reason why it's important to know that, because when dealers do their claw slash thing, the survivor is pinned down in the ground, and the dealer is on the ground. You know, cowgirl style. yeah, sex joke, funny, laugh. And since the dealer is on the ground doing the claw slash thing, for some reason that counts towards the Viact. So the Viact is going to make it to where the dealer cannot be knocked out of it. So basically like endurance, Daniel. Except you don't have to control the creature. You should control the creature just so that way, you know, they don't die, because when you take control of a creature, you give them damage resistance. But, you know, normally you could just leave the creature, and if you have another dealer on the field, you can continue the claw slash chain, or just go follow up with another bite if the dealer is on cooldown. And that's genius. It's beautiful, and it's something that I didn't notice, because when I was going up against this sort of same kind of build, my teammates could not knock back the creature. Like they couldn't knock it back. I was just pinned down, or they would be pinned down, and the only way we could have got rid of it is by killing it. And by the time we could kill it, the dealer's already done the 4 slashes, and my teammates and I would lose 40 credits. It's so genius, and that's why I wanted to make that build. But I forgot about it. I was focused on other builds, and I'm just glad I get to cover that kind of build again. So a huge thanks to Eric for coming up with the build I really wanted to make. And then for our third skill we have is Enhancement. So to ensure that we can get away with the 4 claw slashes, by the way, the dealer steals 10 per swipe, which is not a lot, and it's not like unnatural selection with Daniel, which is why I still think Daniel does it the best. Annette could do it just as good too. And then, but the thing is with Annette though, Annette can apply a lot more health to her creatures. So that's why Annette is also a great candidate, like a good alternative. So we have Enhancement to greatly increase the creature health. So they're going to have a lot of health. So the survivors are going to have a hard time killing these creatures. And then for this bad boy, we're going to have the Tough Zombie Berserker Aura and the Double Tough Zombie. The alternative is Concentrated Enhancer, but if you ask me, that really isn't not something you should really consider. I would just stick with either the Double Tough Zombie or the Liquor Regen Aura. Personally, the Double Tough Zombie would be the better choice since they have the most health, and also they're tough zombies, and it helps fill up a room more. So this is a better choice in my opinion. And then for the equipment, we have Brazilian Skin 3, Researcher's Brain, Augmented Limbs, Fresh Blood 3, and yeah, so basically 2 health and all of the speed equipments. So without buffs, we have the maximum creature speed potential. So the dealers are going to go pretty fast, and with Fresh Blood 3, this may this may encourage the dealers to do it on their own, do the claw slash thing. Because if they could do the claw slash thing on their own without having you to do it, then that's perfect. Because guess what? Like I said, when they're on the ground doing the claw slash thing, they have the V-Act buff like apply, and it's a huge oversight from Neobar's part, but maybe it was intentional. And if it was, I don't mind it. That just encourages survivors to be more careful. And Fresh Blood 3 will help the dealers do that. And if not, they could just go for a regular grab or something. Honestly, grabs is better than the puny backhand attack that does like minuscule damage and only takes like 1 second off the clock. That's something I'm a fan of. So that's also the upside to having Fresh Blood 3. So more speed, more health, they're gonna fuck shit up, and that's the beauty of this build. And then for our deck, we have a dealer, of course, imposter zombie, tough zombie, double zombie, all the vapors, I'm not gonna say it, all the vapors, converter mod creatures, and efficiency mod creatures. Now, here's the thing, I really think that you could get rid of the tough zombie and put in something like discount, just because we're basically going to get a tough zombie in an area 2, and it's going to have a buff built in, so that means it can provide the berserker buff for everyone, and you know, you don't have to worry about it. And actually, I would even go as far to say you can get rid of this entirely and put something else, maybe perhaps generator mod small. Yeah, probably generator mod small, just so you can help a zombo out. Well, your bioenergy pretty much. But I think it's fine having permanent, like not permanent, but like basically have a to where the creatures can have their own berserker. Because remember, the aura thing, if they leave it, they lose the buff, and buffs if you apply the aura creature with buffs. Because say if you spawn in a fresh creature in that aura, and that creature has all the buffs, it's gonna come with all the buffs, and that's pretty insane. So it's not something many people know about. But other than that, the deck itself is fine. Like I said, the only change I would probably make is get rid of this bad boy for some discount, and all the creatures everything at the deck would be 1, except for the converter mod creatures. You would have with the efficiency mod, this will be 2, this will be 2, this will be 3, this will be 2, and all the cards will cost 2. And except for this bad boy and the one in the next area. But with discount, this could be 1, this could be 1, this could be 1, and all of them would be 1. So, like I said, the only thing I would probably change is get rid of this and have discount, because you're gonna get like 3 tough zombies in the next areas. So I wouldn't worry about the tough zombie. And yeah, that's it. That's our deck and that's our build. So again, thank you, Eric, for this very fun Annette build. So I'm going to do another match of me using this build. So I'll see you guys in the second match.
Your presence here was not an outcome I anticipated all these years ago. It was all a mistake. But I can erase that mistake. Each step they take, not lethal by itself, but it should buy me some time. No. I do not think you will be using this route. I must fix this myself. I cannot sit idly by while you attempt to use that. Even as you fight, your end draws closer. Accept your demise. Your continued efforts only place humanity in greater danger. Each step they take brings you closer to death. Brutish. Not sufficient for this task, I believe. I have faith in you to succeed here.
Damn, this is bad.
Thank you for not fighting harder.
You ready?
There is so much more I must do. But thank you for making this easy for me.
Jesus! Fucking hell! Do you see that?
Just as
They're
expected.
grabbing like motherfuckers! Holy shit! I did not. I tell you, man, V-Act with Fresh Blood 3 is an
Well, this took some
insane
time,
combo.
But at least it is done.
You guys, you see that? He's hilarious. This is the best shit ever. Oh man. Oh god. I want to do one more match. This is the first time in a while since I have done a third match. I'm genuinely enjoying myself. This is fun. You know, it's what I've been missing from this game, man. Just some enjoyment. So yeah. With that out of the way, why don't we head on to the last match and see if we get the same result or not. See you guys there.
This isn't personal. I simply need to expunge your existence. No. I do not think you will be using this route. Even as you fight, your end draws closer. Not lethal by itself. Should buy me some time. Fix this myself. Your continued efforts make your peace. Just let it take you. Your deaths will be further evidence. This research and its byproducts are too dangerous for this world. Each step they take brings you closer to death. These creatures should never have been made. But at least they feel less familiar.
Healing spray deployed.
Coming back. Swing it.
Even Even as you fight, your end draws closer. Brutish. Sufficient for this task, I believe. Yes! I have everything I need to succeed here.
I might be able to see something. I almost became zombie chow. Whew. Thanks for that.
Surprised. I have been prepared for more resistance.
Keep out.
For allowing me to put this in. Just as expected.
Oh my gosh, I would do
What?
anything to think.
What? Get the fuck down. You're supposed to be dead.
Time takes
Beautiful.
all we love away from us.
It's a genius build. Like I said, the only thing I would change is get rid of the tough zombie. I feel like the tough zombie is useful like in area 1 because they have to deal with the boulder right off the bat. And another thing I want to point out is with each area the zombies' health increase, just like how the camera health increases as well. I'm not sure about traps, but I would assume the same with traps. So keep that in mind. So I would just probably get rid of the tough zombie and put discount because you're getting a tough zombie in the next area. You can have these creatures cost your deck would at that point with discount would cost all ones, which can ensure that you can cycle through the deck more smoothly and get the creatures like the dealer, for instance. I hardly use the dealers, so I'm not sure if I can call it collapsing the economy when I only got like I didn't even get any claw slashes in. I'm sorry. My claw slash game is off. I'm sorry. I know you probably wanted to see that, but oof. Oh well. It is what it is. Again, thank you, Eric, for this amazing, fun Annette build. I really needed this. Thank you, Eric. This is fun. And that, without further ado, that's it. That's the end of the video. If you like the video, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of my content. I upload daily, so why the hell not? Enjoy Discord. Be a part of the community. Link in the description. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Don't drive angry.